Okay, the AI train keeps rolling, and this time it's here not just for the visual artists, but for the musicians. All right, let's take a look at MusicLM, a new paper Google has released about generating music from text. This is a paper, but it describes their very real trained generative AI system. Here's the abstract. We introduced MusicLM, a model generating high-fidelity music from text descriptions, such as a calming violin melody backed by a distorted guitar riff. MusicLM casts the process of conditional music generation as a hierarchical sequence-to-sequence modeling task, and it generates music at 24 kilohertz that remains consistent over several minutes. Our experiments show that MusicLM outperforms previous systems both in audio quality and adherence to the text description. Moreover, we demonstrate that MusicLM can be conditioned on both text and a melody, in that it can transform whistled and hummed melodies according to the style described in a text caption. To support future research, we publicly released MusicCaps, a dataset composed of 5.5 thousand music text pairs with rich text descriptions provided by human experts. And now they've provided examples with their paper of some of the things that MusicLM can do. Here's the main soundtrack of an arcade game. It is fast-paced and upbeat with a catchy electric guitar riff. The music is repetitive and easy to remember, but with unexpected sounds like cymbal crashes or drum rolls. So this is what you told the system, and this is what it gave us. Okay, these are just 30-second clips, but I'd say they nailed that description. Let's try something a little less computery and a little less digital, a little more analog maybe. Meditative song, calming and soothing with flutes and guitars. The music is slow with a focus on creating a sense of peace and tranquility. Hello, friends. Do I detect the strains of Zamfir, master of the pan flute? Perhaps. Okay, so video game music and new age fluffy stuff. What else you got? How about hip hop? R&B hip hop music piece. There's a male vocal rapping and a female vocal singing in a rap-like manner. Now, that's gibberish, but a lot of times I can't tell what they're saying in rap songs anyway, so it's working for me. These are 30-second clips, and these are pretty reasonable. One of the things that MusicLM promises is long generation, though. So, man, here it's produced some like 5-minute pieces. I'm not playing them all here, but let's give a little listen. Again, maybe I'm biased because I don't like techno music, but this doesn't sound too much different than most techno music that I've heard. I'm going to skip around a little bit here. And now there's somebody out there who's going to be like, oh, that's not techno. That's technically jungle house trip hop or whatever. I don't care. It's techno music. This sounds like techno music. This will do the trick. On the other hand, let's check out what it calls swing music. This is not swinging, sorry. It's not bad. I mean, it's not the worst I've heard, but it's not swing music by any stretch. Little closer. Still not catching that big band feeling that to me is synonymous with swing music, so I'm giving this one a C- or a D for swing music. How about relaxing jazz? This is like smooth jazz, which is not, I like real jazz. This is not my favorite kind of jazz. This doesn't feel too far off. But I mean, if you want to talk like Bill Evans or somebody, a great jazz pianist who plays relaxing music, this is kindergarten stuff. This is like me doodling in front of a piano and I can't play hardly nothing. Okay, so jazz musicians I think are don't have to worry as much maybe yet. Well, let's take a look at story mode. This is somewhere where I think composers who do stuff like for video games or even for narratives like TV or movies might have a little more to worry about. Let's take a look at this one. So this one, you give it text prompts and tell it what to do over the course of time. So for the first 15 seconds, this is how to meditate, or time to meditate. It moves into time to wake up now for the next 15 seconds. And now it's time to run. And now, it's almost time we're running. It's time to really give 100% now. Okay, so this is text and melody conditioning. By adding melody embeddings to the conditioning, we can generate music that respects the text prompt while following the provided melody. In other words, I'll whistle a tune to this thing and tell it how I want it to sound. So this is some music producer's dream come true. So let's check out a humming ode to joy. As an a cappella chorus. So far from perfect, but not too shabby. What happens when you input something like a little more real, like strings? This is your input sound. And then we want to hear this as what? Tribal drum and beat. Not too shabby. Okay, let's move on to painting, captioning, caption conditioning. This is the one where I think this is the most kind of voodoo, not so real. We provide a painting and a description. So we got Dolly's clocks here, right? His melting clock imagery mocks the rigidity of chronometric time. The watches themselves look like soft cheese Indeed, by Dolly's own account, they were inspired by hallucinations after eating camembert cheese. In the center of the picture, under one of the watches, is a distorted human face in profile. The ants on the plate represent decay. To me, this is entirely subjective. It doesn't, that doesn't fit or not. I mean, it doesn't not fit, I guess, but it'd be tough for me to say that's an exact match, and I don't know how anybody objectively could. Let's see, Napoleon crossing the Alps. The composition shows a strongly idealized view of the real crossing that Napoleon and his army made across the Alps through the Great St. Bernard Pass in May 1800. Again, reasonably epic. I'm just not sure whether... I'm not sure how scientifically you can correlate that picture with that music. Before I get out of here, I want to take a look at the data set, the MusicCaps data set. Okay, this is the MusicCaps data set. This is released by Google. It's free and open source. Okay, it has 5,521 music samples, each of which is labeled with an English aspect list and a free text caption written by musicians. Okay, an example list is, for example, pop, tinny, wide hi-hats, mellow high piano melody, high-pitched female vocal melody, sustained pulsating synth lead, while the caption consists of multiple sentences about the music. So they let you download this whole thing, and it's basically just a CSV file. So why don't we look? I downloaded it, and you can too, okay? And what it's going to give you here is just what it said, 5,000 things, okay? And it's going to give you the end part of the YouTube video. It's going to tell you what second it starts at. Each one of these clips is 10 seconds, so it's always, the end time is always 10 seconds later. It's got this audio set labels. This is related directly to the ML stuff. I don't exactly understand what this stuff means yet, but I'm working on it. This aspect list, on the other hand, a lot easier to understand. So for any given clip, it's got a list of aspects like low quality, sustained strings melody, mellow piano melody, sad, soulful, descriptive words about it, right? And then an actual human written caption. The low quality recording features a ballad song that contains sustained strings, mellow piano melody, and a soft female vocal singing over it. It sounds sad and soulful, like something you would hear at Sunday services. Okay, so we've got a mixed bag of stuff that we can search for, but these are the descriptions, you understand. It does not understand the nuances of the music itself. It is purely driving it off of these human musician written descriptions of these songs. So what can you do? Well, if you notice, any YouTube video has a video ID at the end, so you can pop that on the end. What I went ahead and did is created an extra column here that just concatenates the YouTube URL with the video ID and the start time, so that I can actually go through here, just putting my mouse over it here in the Google spreadsheet will actually show me the thumbnail and a little bit of information about it, and I can click on it and it'll take me right to that moment. Ironically, I hope I don't get pulled for any copyright stuff here, but right. So this is stuff from all over the map, literally. You too can check out this spreadsheet. You can download this data set yourself. You can Google it, or you can go here. Go to tinyurl.com/MusicML dataset, and you can use this very spreadsheet. I've already created the extra link for you, so you don't have to do nothing. You can just go in here and search. If you want to search for some keywords like, I don't know, how about magical? Okay, well, magical is in here 13 times. Okay, we find the row that has magical in it. And we find the row with the magic. We click on it. Does that sound magical to you? Not bad. Many people do think, I should say, that this stuff is just magic, right? Like the machines look at this music and understand it and synthesize it all together by themselves through the magical algorithms that some genius programmed, right? In reality, it is coming from, it's like the Mechanical Turk. It's got, they're hiring people to do, they're hiring musicians to do descriptions of the music to be transformed into music, ironically, maybe undermining their career, right? So maybe, I hope they're getting paid well for sowing the seeds of their own destruction. I'm going to keep following this ML stuff. It's really fascinating to me. There's tons to learn, and there's new stuff being dropped literally every day. So keep watching this channel and checking this out. I really appreciate it. We'll see you next time.